Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Ultimate Gun Guide episode. This weapon was recommended a few times here by some viewers, and it is the AK-74, one of the assault rifles here from Black Ops 6 Zombies. And of course, we're going to take a look at it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to plug the numbers in to the best spreadsheet on YouTube so you can make the best decision possible before you head into a game of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Let's go. Kicking it right off here with the loadout for this AK-74. We have the Valhalla reflex, but your choice of optic here. Of course, the suppressor, as always. For the barrel, I am running the CHF barrel with this AK-74. It has plenty of range at baselines. We did not need to add to that. The Ranger 4 grip, the extended mag 3, you could get away with the extended mag 2 if you like. For mobility, we're doing the CQB grip and the light stock. And for the fire mod, we are going with rapid fire for this weapon, as it is a little bit slower firing than some of the other assault rifles, SMGs in the game, so we're going to stick with the rapid fire. Now, just like the last video, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the basics here. And if you're enjoying this new format here for these gun guides, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But your critical damage is 5,280. You're going to do 967 to armor with a DPS of 60,720, which can be maxed out to as much as 70,132. Your fire rate is 690 rounds per minute, and it will stay at 690 rounds per minute when you pack-a-punch it. Let's talk about it. I think one of the strongest things here with this AK-74 is how good it is in the early rounds before you're able to upgrade your weapon. So all the way into round 6, 7, 8, even at gray rarity unpack-a-punched, it is still going to do a pretty darn good job against the zombies. And to me, that is a huge plus, especially when you're playing maps like Terminus Island and Citadel de Mor, where it's a little bit more of a process before you're actually able to upgrade your weapons. Being able to do well in the early game is a huge plus, and it was also a giant green flag that, hey, this weapon might be really good once we're able to get it leveled up, pack-a-punched, and take it against both Patient 13 and the Guardian. Now, again, with this weapon, just like the last one we talked about, you don't have a ton of ammo with it. You only get 90 rounds once you're pack-a-punch with 450 rounds in reserve, and that's, again, not a ton of ammo, but this one doesn't fire near as fast, coming in at only 690 rounds per minute. I never really felt like ammo was a big problem with this weapon, and it continued to just shred zombies well into the round 30s. I have taken this weapon into other games into the 40s, and it still felt pretty darn good there. Even though it's got a relatively average damage per second, the gun does feel very good in game and feels very solid. But we're going to take it against the Guardian here first. Now, generally speaking, some of these slower firing weapons don't usually feel quite as good when you're fighting these kind of boss fights like this one in particular. But this one just, it hit very heavy when we were able to hit. The gun is very accurate, very easy to control. The damage is good. And ultimately, I was able to just breeze through this Guardian fight. And again, it really wasn't all that difficult. And of course, keep an eye out. I got a video coming. It's going to teach you how to get through this Guardian boss fight each and every single time, no matter what kind of weapon you're using, unless you step on your own feet, in which case I can't help you. But this weapon, it can definitely help you. As you can see, it is just shredding through the armor, everything. It's doing doing phenomenal as we blast it that quickly through the second phase of this boss fight. And just so I don't leave you on a cliffhanger here with a few more shots to his very stone cold heart here, we were able to defeat the Guardian. Nice, easy, and simple. Really, it wasn't all that much of a struggle. I thought that it might be, given the slow fire rate, as faster fires are usually better. But hey, we got through it. Let's take it over to Patient 13. Now, of course, a huge advantage with this being an assault rifle is I don't have to get up close and personal with Patient 13 here. I can hang back a little bit and know that I'm going to be getting those maximum damage values every single time I shoot him because, hey, I got plenty of range. It's an assault rifle after all. But the accuracy is what is absolutely king with this weapon. It is extremely accurate. The recoil is so easy to control, and you were able to hit so many more of your shots than you're ever gonna miss with this weapon. And that goes to fighting all of the zombies and stuff as well. Even when we had to fight the never-ending amalgams, please, Treyarch, fix this. I'm so tired of the amalgams in the third phase of this fight. It truly is infuriating. But this gun does really good against amalgams, and we'll go over those numbers when we talk about it and we look at the spreadsheet data here for it. But it was definitely able to handle the amalgams during this phase, as well as handle Patient 13 without an issue. And as you can see, we are about to be successful yet again against Patient 13, and this was a relatively stress-free battle with the AK-74. All right, let's go ahead and go through some of the special and elite enemy numbers here. I went ahead and highlighted the row here with the AK-74. Those are the numbers we're going to be looking at here. So Mangler Armor, 888 at 7,920, which is very steady, again, from the Mangler to the Doppelgas to the Amalgam, but you get 8,660 damage against the Abominations. And again, don't forget, that is including using the elemental damage, but you can get even more if you are using the Vulnera Bean and have elemental pop-on. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then once we max out the DPS here against the Mangler, you're going to come in at 105,197. Once we max it out against the Doppelgas, it's going to be the same thing, and it's also going to be the same thing against the Amalgam, because guess what? It does the same damage against all of them, but for the Abomination, it's going to come in at 115,026. Then when we take a look at the boss fight information here, so we're coming out at Patient 13 at 16,468, which kind of puts this middle of the pack, but again, like I said, it is a very, very accurate weapon, and it does great. It did great. It felt great during the fight, and I didn't feel like at any point that I wasn't going to be able to defeat it. So very solid against Patient 13. And then when it comes against the Guardian, we're going to be coming in at 17,779 DPS. And again, middle of the pack against the Guardian as well, but it does pretty good Guardian armor damage. Even though it fires a little bit slower, it does significantly higher than any of the other numbers, and I did feel that in game. I felt like I was popping the Guardian's armor so much quicker with the AK-74, which is obviously going to get me to shooting critical shots just that much faster. So definitely something you want to keep in mind. But the AK-74, a super solid weapon against the Guardian, so far coming in middle of the pack against numbers wise, but feel wise, I would definitely put this one toward the top of the pack. And if you want to go ahead to try out the AK-74 for yourself, go ahead and do so. Don't forget, the spreadsheet is always linked down below. There's lots more information on the spreadsheet that we don't talk about in the videos, so make sure you go and check that out, including things like shot to kills at health cap 9.47, shots to kill at health cap 8.61 if you have dead shot. What else do we have on here? We have Abomination shots to kill at health cap 189 shots to kill. Yeah, we got all kinds of information like that, so if you want to go ahead and check it out, go ahead and check it out, and keep your eyes peeled for the next episode. Let me know what guns you want to see next. My name is Cole Whip, and I'm out.